we're back.
Tuesday.
Back
on Tuesday.
We had a few technical mishaps going on right now, but it looks like we're okay. The levels seem to be fine. Back with OTAKO Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Happy OTAKO Tuesday plus 2, or is it OTAKO Thursday? What are we calling it?
It's becoming like Evangelion titles. You know, it's like OTAKO Tuesday plus 2.0.
2.0.
Yeah.
Well, we got kind of a good one for you today. We will be talking about the Grisaia series. It's wild. All right? So let's get into it. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
So for all of you who may have heard some whispering there, basically, it was me telling Eric that we're going to use the intro for OTAKO Tuesday right before we get into, breaking down the show.
All right.
I mean,
fair enough.
Listen, I see your point. I may have fucked up, but I'm gonna pretend.
We're having tech issues.
Pretend that I didn't.
Well, look, anyway. We're still coming down from the high that was watching the show.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. If I'm gonna describe the show in one sentence, is this show's fucking wild. All right? It's a roller coaster. But before we get into that, any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram and at Super Dario World. Streaming on YouTube and on Twitch at Super Dario World. Right now I'm doing 2 p.m. I might keep doing it. Honestly, I'm liking it. The setup's a little bit easier. And then I got the rest of my day free. So actually, I've been really productive for the last couple of days. I worked out again. So I'm excited. I might just keep it going. We still didn't officially put it there so that you guys could see, like a live on certain days. But right now, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to keep doing it live 2 p.m. if you want to join me. Tomorrow, I'm going to just keep recording here with Eric if he wants to join me, because I already know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. We did a list on the show this morning about the best villains of the MCU ranked, and I kind of want to break it down. So that's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be pre-recorded right after I do this. So if you see me with the same Riverdale shirt again, it's not that I didn't wash it. It's that I'm just going to be recording it today. Anyway.
I didn't watch this one, but...
Eric,
that's neither here nor there.
Where can they find you?
You can find me over at twitch.tv/DickieSenpai. Also over at Instagram, if you would like to. If that tickles your fancy, if that's something you enjoy.
All right, so it is Dickie Senpai?
Yeah, and also, I guess on your channel on Saturdays for the Pokemon live streams.
Right. We're going to keep doing the Pokemon. We almost didn't do it this Saturday because of this asshole. He was like, I got to go do stuff and have a live. So I
was like, what am I thinking? Nah, fuck that.
Fuck live. No. So yeah, we're still doing the live stream. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. It's wild to play with a randomizer. Eric kept failing last time. By the way, have you loaded the other parts?
Not yet. I'm going to edit the rest of the videos today, and I'll be uploading them.
Today and tomorrow?
Today and tomorrow.
All right, cool.
No, so today, tomorrow, and Saturday. We got 3 episodes.
It's fun. And Eric fails a lot, which is always hysterical.
Well, why would you want to watch someone succeed? It's not fun.
I mean, Tom Brady.
But I mean...
Michael Jordan.
But I mean,
Michael Phelps.
I wouldn't say it was funny watching them.
Right? It's funny to watch the Chiefs lose. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, what else? Oh, yeah. Big news. We're going to try something next... Tuesday plus 2. We're gonna try something next week.
Hopefully on OTAKO Tuesday.
Yeah, hopefully on OTAKO Tuesday. We're gonna start doing bits because we got the equipment for it, and I think we have enough time for it, and we got the idea for it. So actually, we were brainstorming ideas today. So if you see a bit next week, it's because we were successful. If you don't see it, it's because we were massive failures
and we were not funny.
Exactly. Or it might be funny to watch us fail at being funny.
That's what bloopers are for.
Yeah. Anyway, look forward to that. We're not sure if we're going to leave it in the open or afterwards. I don't know. There's still a work in progress.
I'm a fan of the cold open myself, but what can you do?
So the way I do it?
You don't do bits.
No, but I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean by cold open?
Put that, then the intro, then it's like, hey, look, it's us assholes. We were just there. That sort of stuff.
So instead of having the we'll be live shortly, you want to start with a video?
How about we'll be live shortly, then once... we can put like a countdown for we'll be live shortly.
So I guess.
For like a 5-minute timer.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Could help keep us in time too. You're like, oh my god, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Yeah, I guess. You know, we could do it. We could do it. Anyway.
Up the production value a little bit.
Ah, man,
We
work.
care
Anyway, get ready. This is the open for Taco Tuesday, and let's gonna get into the Fruit of Grisaia.
Oh, yeah.
Taco Tuesday.
So, all right.
Directly to the point.
Directly to the point.
I love it.
Actually, did I kind of mess this up?
Probably.
Is the right one? No, that's not the right one. Whoopsie. Anyway,
You silly lad.
there you go.
You silly
So
lad.
we'll be talking today about the Fruit of Grisaia. Actually, I don't want to see that dude yet. I
I
don't.
always want to see my boy Yuji.
I know, but it's not time yet. So we don't need him in there yet. All right, Yuji can hold on a little bit. So, Eric asked if he could be the one to introduce this show, so I'm gonna let him. So are you? Oh, he's checking the audio right now. Just, the point where you're supposed to be doing something, you specifically asked to do the fucking intro. You specifically asked to do it, and now you're stepping away from the fucking mic.
Listen,
You're stepping away from the mic. This is the exact moment that you asked me right before we started recording. Hey, let me do this little thing. And just as we were about to fucking hit it,
I got this message. It said Dario's fucked up. I was like, I thought his audio was fucked up.
Is the audio fucked up, or is my personality fucked up, or why isn't anything showing up in the chat? What is that? Oh no, that's in yours.
Yeah, this is my own. I got my sources.
Who said that I'm fucked
This
up?
is Magic Mikey,
Mikey, go fuck yourself, all right?
We're gonna let go muck in Pokemon.
Yeah, you
just
know
to
what?
fuck
Yeah,
with you.
no, you know what? We're gonna keep it, not gonna use it. So just go fuck yourself. Anyway, do the fucking thing that you said you wanted to do.
Okay.
He specifically asked that he wanted to explain why we watched this show, and this motherfucker goes off the fucking mic just as this moment hits.
I had to do some
fucking
producing.
Christ.
I had to do some producing. Executive producer.
Dude,
That's what I have
go
to do.
fuck yourself. I'm the executive producer here. What the fuck are you even saying?
Well, apparently you're all fucked up. You didn't even know.
And mentally, yeah, but not in the audio. My levels are fine. The levels are fine.
Imagine trying to live with this guy.
Dude, it's not easy, for sure.
Damn
but
right.
Do you ever think for a second that maybe, if my audio is fucked up and he didn't say anything about yours and we're going through the same fucking source, then it would probably be both of us, so it can't be the audio because he's specifically saying me?
He didn't mention me. So I figured it was your audio.
How could it be my audio? You can hear me.
I know.
So
but
you can hear me,
there's a
and
lot
we're
of cables
going,
going
and
on.
we're going through the same fucking source.
Let's play the intro again.
Listen, this is not working. So yeah, reset.
Hard reset. Press the thing.
Hard reset. Welcome to Pokemon Random.
Bring to Pokemon Randomizer, everybody.
That's good. All right, let's do the open again, and then you can do it. Ready? Here we go.
Taco Tuesday.
Welcome back, everybody, to Taco Tuesdays. How's it going? Jesus fucking Christ. Maybe we shouldn't do these shows early. Maybe that's a bad idea.
Got it. Too much energy. Too much
Yeah.
energy.
Today we'll be talking about the Fruit of Grisaia, but actually the whole series. So it's the Fruit, the Labyrinth, and Eden of Grisaia. So basically season 1, a movie, and then season 2. I watched this show originally almost a decade ago. Like almost.
Yes.
And I remember it being quite the experience. Quite the experience.
Did you watch all three at once?
I think Eden came out when I was like senior in high school.
Okay.
But I was watching it as it was coming out.
Okay.
So I watched it, and I always had a good I always had good memories of the show, but I couldn't remember it, very well, like the storylines and whatnot. But it's one of those shows that, I saw it on a list somewhere online, and I was thinking to myself, oh man, I remember watching that show, and I remember really liking it. So I figured, what the hell, I'll recommend it to Dario for OTAKO Tuesdays.
Because I'm a harem guy. I enjoy harems.
I remember it's a harem. It has
Action.
and stuff, but I couldn't remember specific details. I have a bad memory that way. And I was like, I'm sure Dario's going to like this show. I specifically picked this by thinking, I think Dario's going to like the show. We watched the first episode, and I got a little bit worried. Because I thought, oh no, maybe it's not as good as I remembered it. maybe it's not as crazy.
Maybe I'm romanticizing it a little.
Yeah, so when you listen to, I don't know, you listen to a song and you're like, oh man, this song is awesome. I want to show this to someone. So you show it to them, and you're looking at their reaction, and they're like, yeah, it's
Or,
So it's
or
okay.
a funny video, and they're like, you're like, man, I was crying laughing.
You're supposed to be laughing at this part. Oh, no. I was thinking that with the first episode. I'm like, oh, man, maybe it's not that good. And then the show kept happening.
Yeah.
And then turns out I had a pretty good instinct on this one. Because
Dude.
this show just kept going up. And it did not know when to stop.
It's fucking wild.
It surprised me, and I
fucking
already watched it.
I can't, dude. All right, listen. I can't tell you how many times I had to stop and look at Eric and be like, this show's fucking wild. It's wild. And I mean, if you've listened to my podcast for any amount of time, you kind of know that the way that I begin a review or anything is I give you a shortened version of what the show's about. I'm having a hard time explaining what the show's about. In fact, I'm not even sure how I would explain it in a sentence or two, so I'm going to try my best here. It's about a government assassin that goes to a weird high school with only 6 students, 5 of them are girls, and he helps them out with their issues.
So it's like Clanad with guns.
Clanad with guns, yeah, sure. So that would be like the easiest way to explain it, and I'm not explaining anything at all.
No.
Because this show's fucking wild. It is a roller coaster, not from the beginning. But all the way to the end.
It starts building.
Yeah. It's weird. Like the first episode, you're like, okay, this seems interesting. It's weird that this dude's only going to a school with 5 students. Who are these 5 students? Why are they all chicks? What's going on here? Why does he want to go to this particular school? Why does he? It looks kind of like he's a shady dude.
The show in the first episode, it presents
all the characters
weird things, but it presents it as if it was normal. So this guy is going to a high school that only has 6 students.
Actually, this guy wants to go to a normal high school,
and he wants to have an ordinary life. Yet we get some glimpses that he may be shady. Something's going on with this guy.
I mean, he begins talking to the cops, like being held up by the police and stuff like that, and released because of his contacts or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, it presents as the scenario of this guy going to a school with only six students is normal.
Yeah, that's how it goes. And the guy's even like, is this really a normal school? and the principal's like, yeah.
yeah, why not?
Sure. And you're introduced to 5 characters. And I was like, okay, this seems like an interesting premise. It's going to go. And from that point on, the show is batshit crazy. And just when you think it can't get any crazier, it can't get any wilder, you're going to turn around and look at the person next to you and be like, this show's fucking wild. It is so... highly recommend it. It's a very enjoyable experience. You'll be on the edge of your seat most of the time. You will be confused. You will be shocked. You will be horrified by what you see. It's a show that does not give a fuck. It doesn't pull a single punch, even though it should several times.
Literally, we kept wondering, how can they keep upping the ante?
How are they going to top this? And they did. Like, there's no way they can top this. And they did.
There's no way they're going to go here. Oh, they did.
They did.
They totally did.
There's no way they're going to do this. They go even further.
Oh, yeah.
This show's fucking wild. Okay, I don't know how the way to say it. So, if you don't want it to get spoiled, stop watching now, because we're going to go into Actually, you know what? Let's explain the characters first.
Well, okay. So the way we're doing these Otaku Tuesdays is we're trying to separate them in sort of certain genres, right?
Yeah.
So this one, I figured from my memory, I put this in the blue for boys.
Yeah. This is a boy episode.
And when I watched...
This is the boy episode.
And I was like, I couldn't remember that well, but I was like, it's a harem that usually appeals more to boys, but I can't remember. Maybe it's more...
Some girls, too.
Maybe if it was more like a romance. I don't... If it was more universal. No, this show's for boys.
100%.
This show's for 100%. Boys.
100%.
I'm not sure ladies would necessarily appreciate the
art.
Yeah.
Also, to clarify something very important, there's a video game.
A visual novel.
A visual novel. I've never been so excited to play a game in my entire life. I've never been so fucking excited to play a game in my fucking life.
And I was so disappointed to find out that it's on the Switch.
Yes. Dude, Eric was creaming his pants 5 minutes ago.
I was like, oh, dude.
Well, not 5, like 2015. Eric was like, Dario, come in here. You got to check this out. And I go in there, and he's like,
check it out. It's on the thing.
It's on
It's
the
on the
Switch.
portable console. I can be a pervert on the go.
And then I have to go like, brother, it is censored. And you're like, no.
That was a shake my damn head moment.
I've never broken a man's heart before until now. I could see him break. So there you go. Let's.
I was like, what's the point?
We're gonna.
What
just
is even the
give
point?
you a quick breakdown of the characters, and then we're gonna go into spoiler territory. And you know what? We can do a lot of spoilers. I still don't think we're gonna spoil everything because there's so many twists and fucking turns on this show. There's so many surprises. It's. Dude, what, misdirection much? I don't. This show's fucking wild.
Okay, yeah. So I think we should just give our overall recommendation. I would say absolutely recommended.
Absolutely.
If you just want
100%.
if you want something that can only be given to you by anime. This show's so anime.
Yes.
It goes in all directions. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. It's a harem.
It does not give a fuck.
It is a wild experience.
And the ending's
And
good.
I do not show it to your parents. That's my ultimate thing. It's like, it's not a show to be taken too seriously, I would say.
It's weird.
It's not like a deep
no.
philosophical story.
But
and
it is
whatnot.
okay. No, it is a serious show, but it's not to be taken seriously.
It takes itself seriously within its ridiculous context.
Yes, but it is like the things that they broach are serious, but they do it in a wild way.
Listen,
so
if I had to sort of explain the way the series goes without spoiling it, it goes from Clanad to Metal Gear Solid. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I think it's an easy 8.5 out of 10.
Ooh, 8.5. Okay.
Watch the Blu-rays. They're uncensored.
Oh, yeah. The Blu-rays are better. Okay. Listen. 8. I'm going 9.
It could be.
Listen.
It could be.
Okay, because first off, it's the enjoyment factor. And I enjoyed every single time that I turned around and had to go, this show's fucking wild.
It's so much fun. I recommend watching it with with your friends. I originally watched it as it was coming out with my buddies. We were all like, "What the fuck is this shit?
What is happening?" It is good, but it's an enjoyable way. It's not like in Star Wars when Leia's using the Force to come back in the ship. Like, what the fuck is this? No, it's like, what the fuck is happening? And they keep upping the ante, and it's wild.
Highly recommended.
Yeah, so
I'm
going 9. The only reason why I don't go any higher is that the second half of it kind of loses the fun factor. It gets wilder, but it's not as fun as the first one.
Well, it's sort of similar to with like a show like Snafu, where the first season
it gets really dramatic.
It gets dramatic. It's more about I guess an overarching storyline.
Yeah, and that because you lose the fun part of it.
It's still really fun.
Oh no, okay. It becomes fun in a different way, but it's like it's two different shows, which makes sense, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
But
they do have different titles.
But the thing that bugged me is like, man, I wanted to see more of the girls. You know, I wanted to see more of the characters from the first part and the second part. Even though the story's fantastic.
And don't get us wrong, the characters from part 2 are also really fun.
Yeah, but it's like, well, I kind of still want to see the other thing. So it was.
But that's because Dario really loves his harems.
Yes, harems are very important. Okay, it's very important, and to me.
Part 2 is more of a normal story or traditional story.
Mm-hmm. And so that's the one thing because it's got weird pacing, and so it kind of forgot the thing that made it great in the first one, and in the second half they do something else that's great, but it's like they're teasing you with like, ooh, you remember this great thing is over here? You can't touch it though. You can't touch it, and it doesn't build up to them. To pay off of getting them back. Does that make any sense?
Well, it's weird. It's more like it is kind of like Clanad and Clanad After Story. The first season is all about each girl individually and their stories as they would go in the visual novel. Mm-hmm. And then season 2 is more like the after story.
That you mean Clanad After Story?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You're an idiot.
Like the after story for Clanad.
Yeah.
And where it's a lot more dramatic.
Yes.
It's a better story.
Oh, yes. It's heartbreaking.
it's just, and it ends really well.
I'll explain it differently. And here's the difference. Clanad, you keep going forward. It doesn't really go back. In Grisaia, you go to the middle, then they go to the before the beginning, they go all the way back, and they kind of sprinkle stuff here, and then it just goes to the end. So it feels like a big step back.
Well, it's
honestly, it would have been better if they would have cut into the first season, like one episode of the past, one episode of the present, one episode of the past, one episode of the present. It could have been better that way. Or like one story arc for one girl, and then a little bit of the past, and then another story arc for another girl, and then a little bit of the past. In fact, I'm gonna recommend watching it that way, and I'll break down the episodes that I would watch it as probably.
I don't know. I haven't played the visual novel, so I don't know how they did it there. But I think Eden is a completely separate game, so it was written after.
Oh, okay, then you can't do that.
Fruit. So that's why they weren't, intersplicing the backstory.
Well, anyway,
basically, the first half of the second season is the backstory of the main character.
Yes, and it's fucking wild.
Oh yeah,
like listen. Throughout this show, Eric at the beginning of the show was like, "Who do you think is the most fucked up character? Who do you think is the most fucked up girl?" And as you start watching the show, and you're like, "Clearly, it's that one.
Gotta be
easy." Then you keep watching the show, and you're like,
fucking show.
Maybe it's that one. Then you keep watching the show, it's like, I mean, it could be the other one. And then you keep watching the show, and you're like, I have no fucking idea.
I'm not a psychologist, bro.
And then you watch the main character's backstory, and you're like, this is fucking wild. They are the most. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? So
yeah.
Honestly, 9.2. I'm gonna keep going up. I'm just gonna keep going up.
I like the 0.2, like just so arbitrary.
Yeah, of course. So yeah,
I'm gonna go 8.5 total, but
rounds up.
I like
it rounds up.
I like to go like 8.5 at its lowest, 9 at its highest.
Maybe I'll put it to you this way: out of all the shows that we've watched so far, this is the one that I've enjoyed the most. I'm not gonna say it's the best. I'm gonna say it's the one that I've enjoyed the most. That the ones that we've reviewed so far.
You enjoy more than Bebop?
Yeah, because Bebop is a hard thing to binge watch.
Sure, it wasn't made to binge watch.
Yeah, but I'm not saying it's better than Bebop. I'm saying we just banged it all out in one sitting basically, and I enjoyed it way more than Bebop.
It's just it's
wild.
Certain genres just lend themselves more to watching them and with other people and having a good time. This show is that show. If you want to watch it with friends and who are total degenerates just like you, because you can't watch it with normal people.
I mean,
right?
You can. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna keep being your friends afterwards.
You'll probably run them off pretty quickly.
Listen,
there are so many unnecessary panty shots. They are unnecessary.
Listen,
but they're so fun.
Listen, if you want to filter out the bad people from your life, this is the show. This is the show. But anyway, I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown of kind of all the characters, then we're gonna go into spoiler territory again. By the way, Danny, thank you for joining us. We're not gonna do Dragon Ball Super next, okay? We're not. Danny calls into the stations every once in a while. He tells me to watch Dragon Ball Super. I will, but it's a commitment. All right, it takes time, and I still haven't finished watching Naruto because Naruto is also a commitment. So just give me time. I will. We will we will reach Dragon Ball. We need to do something special for when we do iconic milestone shows.
We're already thinking of a few.
Yeah, we've already thought of a few skits for some of them. Like, trust me, Dragon Ball deserves like a momentous thing, and we would let you know beforehand. Like, Dragon Ball is gonna be this day of this month because it's worthy of it. There's certain shows that are worthy of that. We're just not there yet. We're not there yet, right?
No.
We need more budget. We need to turn to Super Saiyan somehow. We need to figure that out.
And plus, shows that have like, I don't know, over
1,000 episodes.
Yeah, like I'm not against doing an episode on Naruto, for example, but that would be a show. Or I already watched Naruto, so that's a bad example. But if there's like an anime that's like 500 episodes long,
One Piece,
I'd be willing. I've seen One Piece. If there's an anime that's like 500 episodes long, I'd be willing to do an episode on it, but not in a week.
You know what? Actually, I think we could do like break it down. It could be Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, that's what I was
Because
thinking.
you haven't seen Dragon Ball yet, right?
I haven't seen the original Dragon Ball.
All right, so
And I think GT is underrated.
And then what do we do with the movie? Shut the fuck up. What do we do with the movies? Anyway, you know what? That's a topic for another time. Let's get into this. We got to talk about our boy.
Look, if you've seen Super, you wouldn't scoff at GT.
We got to talk about our boy Yuji here. So Yuji is the main character here. As far as main characters go, dude's pretty cool. I'd say pretty cool.
He's a Chad.
He's a likable dude. Oops. Let me lock that.
What are you doing?
I want to move the image.
Why are you moving the image?
Because it's weird. It's not sent. Anyway, well, whatever. So I'm gonna move a little. There you go.
Finally.
So Yuji is a 17-year-old assassin. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Who ends up in a school with 5 students who are all girls, and he starts helping them out.
Sort of like this weird. It's kind of like a prison-like school, but not really. So the reason that they're in that school is because of one of the girls' backstories.
Yeah, well, it's because of all their backstories that they ended up there. But the reason why the school exists is because of the backstory of one particular character. That doesn't matter. We're talking about our boy Yuji here. His story is pretty simple, like that. We may get into a little bit more afterwards about him, but basically, likable protagonist, extremely useful. He does not give a fuck.
Yeah, he punches women.
Yeah.
More than one.
It's funny. It's funny.
But
right?
but it is funny.
It is hysterical.
If you had to put it simply, it's an assassin who wants to have a normal school life.
Yes.
Right.
Likable dude. You don't mind following him around. You're kind of always wondering, like, what's this guy gonna do? And so I like them. Good character. Great protagonist.
Always fun to have him around.
Yeah. So let's go into the 5 students who honestly who cares about the protagonist in a harem, right? You care about the girls.
I like Yuji. He's cool.
Would you? Well, actually, yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's
he's a lot of harem anime usually tend to go with a really bland protagonist so that you can self-insert.
Oh no, he has a personality.
Oh, Yuji, no one can self-insert as this motherfucker. This guy's done everything. This guy's way cooler than all of us combined.
Unfortunately, bastard. Anyway, moving on.
You believe his harem.
Oh,
you believe that all
definitely. You're like, you know what? In fact, you know what? Good on you.
Yeah.
Good on you, because your life, it's been wild.
We'll get there.
It's
We'll
been
get there.
fucking
We'll get there.
wild.
Woo!
Anyway, we're here. We got Shiru.
Michiru, yeah.
Michiru. Okay. She is a wannabe tsundere. For those of you who don't know what tsundere is, Eric, what's a tsundere?
It's basically a anime trope or archetype where it's usually a girl, and usually with
2 pigtails,
which she mentions.
Yeah.
It's a character that's sort of like hot and cold, usually towards the protagonist that they obviously like, but they always pretend that they don't really have feelings, that they're super cold, but they're really they're a lot more caring than they lend on.
Okay, so she's basically a clown. It's so pathetic because she wants to be a tsundere, but she can't do it because she's a clown, and it's hysterical. It's so pathetic. It's hysterical. I'm not gonna go into spoilers yet for her story, but let's just say she's a crazy ass bitch.
She's a Gemini for sure.
Gemini for sure.
For sure.
Anyway, moving on, we got Machina, who probably has the best name in this whole show. Agree or disagree?
I like. Okay, so there's a character named Julia, but I like the spelling Yuria.
Yeah.
Well, it just sounds cool.
Yeah. So which one's better, Yuria or Machina?
Machina.
Yeah. Why the fuck are you arguing if you agree?
Look, my role here is to piss you off.
Success.
Have you not got?
Success.
Have you not understood that?
No. Anyway, Machina is the lollies. The lolly.
All
She is basically a dumb little kid. That's her personality, and she's a total weirdo.
She's so much fun. She's
yes.
So she kind of has this.
She lives in her own little world.
Sure.
Yeah.
She kind of has a relationship with the protagonist of a
brother.
No. She calls him Dad, Papa.
No, that's something different. At first, he calls him like older brother, and then he graduates to Papa. But anyway, next we have Sachi.
Sachi.
Damn it. Sachi.
We went over these names right before the episode.
I'm not good with names. Anyway, Sachi is a maid. She's a very useful girl. She basically is like a robot. Like you tell her to do something for you, she'll do it. Sometimes she may go a little bit too far. Sometimes.
She's part of one of the funniest bits of the show when the I need sleep.
Yeah. A bit too useful, very talented girl.
Yeah, she's the DIY lady.
Exactly. Sometimes taking things a bit too far. Next.
A tad.
Yeah. We have Yumiko.
You almost got it.
I got the right syllables, just the wrong order.
Right,
God fucking damn it. Anyway, Yumiko is the tsundere, or would you say yandere? I'd say tsundere.
No, she's not tsundere.
She's a crazy ass bitch.
Sure, she's closer to the yandere, but not really.
Listen,
she's just cold. She's more like
she's cold. She hates people. She particularly hates the protagonist, and she walks around with an X-Acto knife.
She's more of you don't know what a dandere is, right?
I think so.
No, she's closer to that. She's cold. She's like not very emotional.
I'm gonna cut you so bad.
And I'm gonna cut you so bad.
Yeah, and so that's her. Next, we have Annie.
Starts with an A.
Annie.
M.
Amane.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not so bad. Okay, Amane. She's the hoe.
She's a bimbo. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the redheaded bimbo. Fair?
I mean, literally in the first. Yeah, in the first episode. Yeah.
Yeah. She was changing, bro. She was just accidentally in his room.
And then proposition.
Because it's the most convenient room to change in.
To be fair, it's right at the entrance.
I mean, it is.
It was locked, but still.
Exactly. So, redheaded bimbo. There you go.
Kind of like my logo.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, a little better.
Yeah, you got a little Amane there.
Yeah, but mine's from a hentai. Arguably this one too, right?
It's close. Next, we have Yuria.
Yuria, also known as JB.
JB. This is our main character's boss.
Yeah.
So this is the head of a government organization that gives him orders. Next, we have the principal, whose name I don't remember. Do you remember her name? I think
I don't. It's on the.
Yeah, let me see.
It's on the internet.
Yeah, it's somewhere on the internet.
Yeah,
Do you
right
see her
there.
anywhere?
No, she's
Chizuru?
tiny. Yeah, it's Chizuru.
Chizuru Tachibana. Yeah. Anyway,
she's 30 years old.
Yeah, she's the principal.
But she's like this big.
Yeah.
It's that old trope.
She's a good principal.
She's fine.
Yeah. She's
not
good.
best girl.
No, definitely.
Arguably the least mentally fucked up character.
Definitely. Yes.
Yeah.
This girl has been in the middle of a terrible situation.
Now,
I'd say she's the healthiest mentally out of all of them.
Now, okay, so this show is based off a visual novel, and a visual novel is, a video game where you can go in different routes and pick different girls, and usually you get to bang them.
Like life?
Yeah. So, obviously, in the visual novel, the main character can bang pretty much every single girl that's on this show. I don't know if he bangs this one.
I'm going to have to play the game.
I'm
gonna have to. You know what? For science.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. Damn it.
No,
see what you make me do. See what you make me do.
You messed up.
Asako, our girl Asako. So Asako is.
She's a pedophile.
Is the woman who trained our protagonist, and she's fucking wild. I guess Eric already spoiled that. Yeah. I mean, listen. Eric and me would have this conversation before, where it's like, dude, that thing that happened to that person is fucking horrible. It's disgusting. It should never happen.
Morally wrong.
But I wish it happened to me.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, yeah. Badass sniper trainer master who basically helps our protagonist get out of sticky situation when he was a child.
She's basically the boss from Metal Gear Solid.
Trains him to be an assassin, trains him to be a sniper, and trains him to be a ladies' man. And very good at it, apparently. So... this show's fucking wild.
And apparently they go into some of the alternative forms of sexual intercourse in the visual novel.
Seriously?
Oh yeah, I've seen it all.
This game's fucking wild.
I've seen it all.
All right. For those who have seen more, can never stop seeing. Anyway, moving on. Do you know where that's from?
No.
That's from We Were Soldiers.
Oh yeah.
Next.
Boy, I did not expect to talk about that one here.
Next, we have Yakina? No,
Kazumi.
Kazumi?
Kazaki?
Yeah. Kazaki? Kazumi?
Uh,
Anyway, she's our protagonist's older sister.
Kazami.
She's the protagonist's older sister who passed away in his youth. Next, we have
Daniel Bone. Yeah.
Daniel Bone.
Best boy.
Boy D-Bone.
This is a guy who everybody had a friend like him in high school, you know? Or that he knew in school. You weren't necessarily super close, but you always got along with him. He always had your back.
He's a good he's
He's
a good chap.
good lad.
He's a good chap.
He's a good lad.
Yeah, he's a good chap.
He's not the brightest, you know?
Yeah.
He always has your back.
Anyway,
Love Daniel Bone.
So this is the cast. These are all the characters that you will be following along the show. We're about to enter spoiler territory. So again,
are we gonna go story by story? So
no, I think we just talk about like our favorite things and least favorite things. That'd be easier. And we're already like what, half an hour in? So I think that'd be easier.
Okay.
So, and also I don't want to spoil everything cuz some of the things in this show, forget about being wild, forget about being unexpected. It's just I'm trying to find the right way of saying it cuz it's more than a surprise and it's more than God, what's the word?
It subverts your expectations.
Yes, it's
pretty much in every single arc.
in the best way possible.
Yes, this is no Game of Thrones season 8, you know, subverting expectations stuff. This makes way too much sense for the kind of bullshit that it is.
Yes, and so I don't want to ruin it for you. I can only say there was only one moment where I was like genuinely surprised at what happened because I did not see it coming from a particular character.
Was it the very end?
No. That was completely in character. It's weird.
That's the moment that broke me.
Listen. That was wild, but all the things that happen in this show, like I said, I've said it this many times. This show's wild, but every single thing that happens makes sense for who the characters are, for what the world is, and it's like, oh, that was wild, but I can see it happening. The one time that I was surprised because I knew I know who these characters are. I know what they're doing. It only happened once, but still, it kind of made sense within the world. It just shocked me in a bizarre way, and it wasn't one of the more shocking things.
I know what it is.
Yeah, and we'll probably get into spoiler territory. So we're not gonna spoil everything. We're not gonna tell you everything. So let's just say the beginning's good, the middle's good, the ending is good. Overall, highly enjoyable experience. Watch this show. All right?
Very much.
Watch the
very
show.
much recommended. Don't watch it with your parents.
You're going to want to play the video game.
You're going to buy the figurines just like I did.
I mean this with all my heart. Watch the show. Reach out to me. And we can talk about how fucking wild every single thing was. Let me know what your favorite thing was. I generally want to keep talking about it. I'm still not done with it. I'm not done with it. That's why I want to play the video game. But anyway, that's it. That's it for non-spoiler territory. Starting now, we will probably hit spoiler territory at one point. So, fair warning. Spoilers. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
I'm not going to put up a
There
graphic.
you go. Should we do the Otaku Tuesday open just one more time, just so that people know?
I mean, we already made it, and it's like 2 seconds long, you know?
And it's like work. I mean, we did spend some time on it. So this is the thing that marks
the spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Again.
NANI?
Otaku Tuesday.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hey,
Otaku
welcome
Tuesday.
back to spoiler
town.
territory.
Spoiler
territory. Spoiler. We need
territory.
to find something for that.
Spoiler.
Anyway, so all right, Eric.
So first off,
Eric.
good recommendation.
Yes. It's the one good thing you brought to my life.
Fair enough. It's a good enough thing.
Yes, dude. It was highly enjoyable. Kudos to you. Good job. You're a good chap.
Yep.
You're a good chap.
I bought this in celebration.
Yeah, I mean, make sure it's on camera. There you go. It's interesting.
Should we call it Otaku Tuesday After Dark when we talk about spoilers?
Sure.
Yeah, welcome to the dark. Turn off that light. No, turn off that one. That one's for you.
Turn off the fucking sun like that.
That's a little difficult.
Yeah.
Is it
still working on it?
Maybe this can be the more relaxed version of the episode. So this is the point where you just chill back.
Relax.
Man.
Give no effort at all whatsoever. No.
I'm gonna take off my shirt.
All right. So let me see. Spoiler territory, because I don't want to do complete spoilers.
What was your favorite story amongst the girls?
Okay, yeah. So let's break down the seasons. So season 1 is the main character basically helping out all the main girls and learning their backstories. And every single backstory you learn, and it's fucking wild. But then there's a movie that's basically tells you all the backstory of the main character. And then the second season breaks into 2 arcs. One arc that continues the backstory of the main character, and then a second arc that basically is closing out the story, kind of dealing with the demons of the main character's past.
So yeah, the middle part, which is Labyrinth of Grisaia.
Mm-hmm.
It's what is it? 47 minute movie. It's an OVA.
Yeah.
I think that has to do with mostly just his childhood, right?
Yes.
And then the beginning of the second season, it's him when he's he becomes a soldier, a child soldier.
Yeah.
But there is a time skip.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. My favorite part of season 1, we're talking about backstories. All right, so there's 5 backstories here. The one for
first one is Michiru.
Yeah, first one is Michiru. I think I put him in the right order. I might be wrong. Michiru, who basically has a dual personality, and the reason why she has a second personality in her mind is because she had a heart transplant, and the personality from the other person's heart kind of transferred along with the person with the heart.
Yeah, and it was also her best friend who jumped off a building to kill herself.
It wasn't the personality of the best friend.
I think it was.
No, it wasn't.
Are you sure?
Why do you think they traveled to America to meet the person's mom?
I thought it was that person.
No.
Really?
No, you got it really wrong.
Man.
You don't pay attention. Anyway, so
a girl
with 2 personalities in her head, and one is kind of suicidal. Fair?
Yeah, so her original personality is suicidal.
Yeah.
And then her original best friend kills herself, so she's then really suicidal. But then she gets a heart condition, and she has to fly to America to get a heart transplant.
And then she gets a second personality that sometimes takes over.
Yes.
Yeah.
The second personality is more normal or like grounded and whatnot. The original personality is a dumb tsundere. We talk about a dumb tsundere. She's
all fake all the time. Like even her hair is fake. Every single thing about her is fake.
Even her tits.
Yeah, and so she pretends to be the clown because she's sad, but she's like, oh well, these people think I'm funny and stuff like that. So there you go.
She thinks that that's her role to play.
Yeah, the clown.
The first time we see her, she's literally rehearsing how to be a tsundere.
Yes, it's pathetic in a hysterical way.
It's hilarious.
Next, we have Machina. So Machina's backstory is that she's the daughter of a very important family.
Oh, a politician.
She got kidnapped along with her dad. Her dad got killed in front of her. And she kind of went a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And so she got sent to the school. And, well, she got sent to like a psych ward, and then she got sent to the school, and their family kind of wants to forget that she even exists because the mom had a daughter with another dude. And,
Mom's a total bitch.
Oh, we'll get to the mom. And so that's her backstory. Sachi?
Yeah.
Ooh, I knew it. Sachi, her backstory is that she actually knew the protagonist when they were little. They actually played childhood friends. Maybe the only friend that they ever really had.
I couldn't remember almost anything about the show.
Yeah,
and I thought that this backstory was gonna be a lot more vanilla. Let's say because okay, so they show us that they knew
there is no vanilla in Grisaia.
Nada. But they show us that they knew each other when they were kids, and it's like, oh, okay, so maybe that's just her niche, that she's the childhood friend, and there's not much there. Oh, there's a lot there. So basically, her parents, she was kind of a neglected child, and then her parents were always working.
Yeah, and then on her birthday, she gets pissed off because the parents want to spend time with her, and basically she sees them die in front of her and on her birthday, and she feels like she needs to be a good girl because when she was a bad girl, her parents died. Like I said, it's hard to tell who the most fucked up character is here.
What a fucking show, man.
We're not even halfway through.
What a fucking show. This is the normal part of the show, by the way.
Oh, yeah, this is the normal part. Next, we have our girl Yumiko.
Good.
Okay, Yumiko, she's the
daughter. Oh, she's also the daughter of an important family.
Is it a mob family? No,
I think it's like an oil tycoon kind of guy.
Yeah. daughter of the railway something.
The railways, yeah.
Yeah. Daughter of a very important family, but the family basically wanted a boy. And
since the mom couldn't give them a boy, and she got sick, they kind of threw her to the wayside. The dad
neglected child.
The dad had a boy with his mistress, and then the mom got depressed and killed herself.
And then the mistress and the son died. And so it's like, all right, we gotta bring this other girl back because she's the only heir that you have. And she's like, fuck you, dad. I don't want to be with you. And so the
major daddy issues.
Yeah, the dad created a school basically for her and a few select others, so that in a way it's kind of like her prison.
Yeah, she would be educated.
Yeah,
and they could keep her there.
Also, she attacked another student with an X-Acto knife because she was a total bitch. Anyway, moving on. The final character is Amane. Well, of the main file. And her story actually involves our main character's younger sister.
Older sister,
Kazuki?
Yeah,
Kazuki, all right. Basically, when she was younger, they were part of a basketball club. While they were on a trip, I'm guessing on a game trip, their bus.
No, it was a camping trip.
On a camping trip, their bus had an accident. They went off the road, and basically they got stranded in the middle of the forest for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And so her story is how they survived, how the sister helped her survive, and how guilty she feels because she feels that the sister is not there because of her.
Yeah, and this is actually the longest backstory. It's 3 episodes.
It's 3 episodes. Everybody else gets 2 episodes. She gets 3.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
I think this one was my favorite backstory because Yuji's older sister is just a boatload of fun. She's the type of character, so it's her.
Yes.
How would you describe her? She's just good at everything.
She's a genius.
Yeah, she's a
genius.
Child prodigy who's good at everything, and that kind of ends up screwing up Yuji's life. But
ooh,
a bit.
The thing that I liked about that particular arc is that they do not pull the punches on the things that they show. Usually it's like, oh yeah, kids stranded in the forest, they'll skip some parts. No, they did not skip those parts.
They go into the dirty stuff. Like,
they show the dirtiest.
All these kids get diarrhea because they've been eating bugs, and a girl
had a dog.
A girl she had a head wound and she was starting to get maggots, so she started eating the maggots. And then the girl had a dog, and then she no longer had a dog, and the people were hungry.
Yeah, it's disturbing. It's very disturbing.
It's
and that honestly.
By the way,
I can't tell you how many times I turned around and been just like, this show's fucking wild,
dude. If you blink in this show, some girl pissed herself.
Oh yes, definitely.
There is a lot of. There are very what would you call them? Poorly working bladders.
No, it's not the bladder. It's the control. What do you call it? The muscle that holds it in. Anyway, the point is,
a lot of characters piss themselves,
and it's disturbing. It's very disturbing. That particular story arc, and like I said, every single story arc, as you're seeing it, you're like, wow, this bitch is crazy. But
I get it.
But I get it. It makes perfect sense.
And so,
and then you see the story arc for the main character, and you're like, this dude's actually pretty normal for the fucked up shit that happened in his fucking life.
Well,
listen, all right. Can you think of a character that had a more fucked up backstory than our boy Yuji here?
Oh, this guy, there's no wonder that when he discovers the girl's backstory, he's just like unfazed.
He's like, two personalities. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, hold my fucking beer, bitch. Here's the OVA in season 2.
Oh,
this is what a fucked up backstory is. Okay.
Yeah. Like, oh no, I have issues with my sister. The blah blah. Like, hold my fucking beer, bitch.
I think by far most fucked up backstory.
Yeah.
Yuji, main character.
Yeah. Oh, easy.
Yeah,
easy. On the show, no, dude, in the show, easy. Like, it's fucking laughable that there's even a consideration as to who would be even more fucked up.
Who has the least fucked up backstory?
See, now that's a question. Now that's a question. All right, so undefeated champion of the world,
our boy
Yuji.
He makes it.
Our boy Yuji.
Easy. Ding, ding, ding.
Yes. And so who has the least fucked up story of the characters that we mentioned so far?
Yeah, I would probably go with Sachi or Amane.
I'd go with Shiru because she at least has her parents. And
Sure, but there's that whole suicidal stuff and the heart transplant and the girl and her best friend dying.
I think, here's the thing. Her issues are more internal. It's not really social issues. It's not economic issues. It's not other stuff. So it's more like stuff that she has to deal with herself. So if she goes to therapy, she should be fine. Like Machina can't get her dad back. Sachi can't get her parents back. Amane, she went through fucking hell to survive.
Yeah, for like 3 weeks though.
But you know what? You do it for 3 fucking weeks.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, and Yumiko. Well, there's this whole
there's
thing
a lot
about
of neglect and there's a
lot of
there's
anger and stuff like that.
At one point, there's a grenade,
and she's kind of in prison. So yeah, so I think Shiru has.
There's guns being bought off the internet.
Yeah, so I think Shiru. That's why she can still crack a joke because her story is the least fucked up one.
Maybe Shiru, but I guess Sachi is the least complex of the backstories, right?
Yeah,
her parents die.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that she's not a complex girl.
Oh yeah. No.
And a complex girl who discovers how to create explosives.
She's a bomb.
Oh, very useful girl.
She's
very
too useful.
She's extremely, extremely talented.
Her story begins with Michiru says that, yeah, come on, Sachi, we're gonna become strong women. That we're gonna become the type of women who can what did she say?
We can stand we can sit in hot water until we count to 10,000. And she's like, okay. And so she's in boiling hot water. She's like 2,000, 2,134, 2,135. Yeah.
She almost killed herself.
Yeah, because
once she has an order, she follows it through.
Yeah, because she's
a
robot. She's a robot. And so, okay. My favorite... Okay, so now we're going into favorite backstory. Ooh, it's rough. Because I think the adventure that I enjoyed the most... All right, easy. Machina. Because her little adventure to dealing with her stuff was hysterical. Was fucking... Like, let me tell you how her story begins. She begins with her offering Yuji 70 million yen to become her dad. Basically, she was buying him to become her dad. It's fucking hysterical. And you know what happens immediately after she offers the money? Like, what do you think happens? Eric, what happens?
Yuji says, yeah.
No. Yuji's telling the girls, anyway, I'm her dad now.
It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And everybody's like, well, it's kind of weird, but she's a weird girl. So, all right.
And also,
we'll allow it.
Before anybody wants to make the comment of like, this is kind of creepy or whatnot, Yuji is 17, she's 15, all right?
And
perfectly fine.
Most importantly, there's an homage to Leon the Professional that I really appreciate it. So
yeah, every girl has like their own fruit that kind of represents them, and with Machina, it's
By the way, fun fact: what is Grisaia, Eric?
Oh shit!
It's like a tree.
It's
like
the name of
whole tree
of a tree. Yeah, and the fruit is supposed to be each of the girls.
Yeah. So my favorite backstory, or at least the adventure of it, was Machina of season 1. Eric,
of season 1, I would go with Amane.
Amane?
I just it's so tense seeing the survival backstory, and God, I like that it's 3 episodes because you kind of go down along with them. So the first episode,
oh yeah, it has to be long.
Yeah, the first episode, it's okay. They're kind of starting to struggle and see what's gonna be happening. Second episode, some fucked up stuff starts happening. They have to start making some hard decisions. People start dying, and then third episode. It's a roll. It's just the balls to the walls.
Listen, to say it is unexpected yet believable, I think that's a fair description. It's unexpected yet believable what happens. And I'm talking about the chase scene.
The chase? Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, okay, so that's yours. What's your least favorite one?
Least favorite one. I didn't think about that, actually. Trying to think of like in terms of like my reactions while watching them, because I would say maybe Sachi because it was the least, big.
It was simple.
It was simple, but
to me,
when I was watching it, I popped. Yeah. I was still like, oh my god, what the fuck?
No, well, it's honestly, it's dipping your toe into the wildness that is to come.
Yeah, so maybe in that, I think Michiru was the perfect one to start with because she's fucked up enough that it gives you an insight as to where this kind of story is gonna go.
Yeah,
it tells you where it's willing to go,
and because it shows you that first off, there's consequences here,
and there's gonna be dead animals
that they don't give a fuck. It's not like
girls pissing themselves.
Yes, and that our main character's still a cool and collected guy.
Yeah,
and also he takes some pretty harsh, let's say, harsh steps.
I absolutely adore.
Honestly,
Machina's backstory with how he solves the problem with the mom.
Oh yes.
So talk about the mom of it. I'm gonna get the package.
All right, so I'm gonna talk about our girl Machina here. So like I said, her mom. This is spoiler territory again. Her mom basically is a criminal. In a way that they have an accounting company and they basically stole a bunch of money from the government, stuff like that. So they did something shady. And so the dad figured that out. And he also figured out that the wife is kind of having an affair. And so he's like, I'm going to blow this whole thing up. And so the wife got the husband kidnapped and they kidnapped the daughter too. And so she got she got him killed. Afterwards, Machina, it turns out that she has perfect memory, or what is called eidetic memory or something like that. Eidetic memory. And so she actually, in her dad's office, she saw the documents that proved that they were basically criminals, and she told the mom like, hey, I remember all this stuff. And so the mom's like, I gotta kill Machina. So yeah, she's a dumbass bitch. And let's say our boy Yuji deals with her in a very Yuji way. Our boy 8-Man's got nothing on Yuji. Nothing. Like, not even nothing. Like, not even an eighth of nothing.
Listen, there's... Usually when there's the good guys who do good things, and then there's the bad guys who do bad things. And usually the way they have good guys deal with bad guys is through moral means, right?
Yeah. Good triumphs over evil.
Yeah, they try to show that they're not willing to go low like they would. Yuji kills Machina's mom. He shoots her dead.
Yep.
And it solves the problem.
I mean, the boy's efficient.
He just shows up dressed up as a UPS man and shoots her dead.
It's our boy Yuji. And like I said, that's not the wildest part of the show.
Oh, no.
So this is like halfway through. Halfway through the first season. And the first season is the vanilla season. Mm-hmm. So, wild stuff. Anyway, so, okay, let's go into who would you say is best girl here?
Oh, no.
Because we only talked about the first girls, but there's still JB, there's still Ahsoka. Oh, there's still Ahsoka. There's still the sister. There's still, I don't know, Danny Bone.
Danny Bone.
I mean,
there is bone in his name.
It depends. So it's a tough decision, bro.
Oh, man. All right. So in terms of character, I think the most fun character is Machina.
Machina?
I think she's the most fun out of all.
Oh, of course, definitely. She's wild
because she really buys into being like the daughter personality thing, and Yuji's an assassin.
Yeah.
So she kind of becomes like a little assassin psycho alongside with him.
It's like, all right, Machina, I'm your dad. But if I'm your dad, I'm going to raise you the way that I want, and I'm going to raise you to be an assassin. So. And
yeah, he teaches her to snipe and stuff.
It's hysterical.
But with a BB gun, it's hilarious.
It's hysterical.
So in terms of just pure fun, it could be Machina. I was not very impressed with Yumiko.
I know, right? It seemed like there was gonna be something there. Like there's a build up to her, and the payoff is not great.
Yeah, she's the last one introduced, which sometimes, is
Who is this
Huh?
mysterious girl?
with harem anime in particular, it's usually either the first or the last one introduced who is gonna be the main squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
Our boy Yuji, he's kind of like a Buddha though. He has 100 hands, lots of squeezes all around. Yumiko, she's fun. I like her, but I think she's kind of a little. I don't know. I don't want to say a ripoff, but she reminds me too much of Senjo Gahara from the Monogatari series, and I think she plays that role not as well. And she's not, in terms of personality, she's not that interesting, especially in the latter half.
Yeah, no. There's a term for girls like her in Spanish. Let's see if you can find the translation. But in Spanish, it would be mosca muerta. It's like
dead fly,
like dead fish. Oh, she's kind of like
Yeah.
a dead fish.
a little bit,
She starts off exciting, and then it's like, well.
especially when she's trying to kill Yuji.
Oh, that's fucking hysterical. Honestly, like her as a psychopath is way better than her as a healthy human being. Especially when she's
Yeah.
surrounded. The problem is that she's surrounded by such a colorful crew that she just becomes boring. And so they would be the least favorite one. You still haven't said who best girl is.
I'm at process of elimination. I really like Julia because I like blondes.
Okay, fair.
Plus, not Michiru,
No, not Michiru. But you
Nah.
just said you like blondes.
but she's a fake blonde.
All right, fine. So you don't like fakes. Okay.
Yeah. Look, Asoko is a whole lot of fun.
Of course.
Well, I mean, I guess if I start ruling out pedophiles, I'm going to rule out half of the cast. So that cannot be. I guess.
So what Eric is saying is that he would not eliminate pedophiles. That's what he's saying.
Wait,
That's what he just
how old
said.
is Amane? Because she's the same age as the sister.
So she might be like 19.
That's illegal.
Listen, this show's wild, okay?
She's 19, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So,
Boy, Yuji's 17.
yeah.
Um,
Listen, out of all the pedophiles in this show, I think she's
Give her
the
a pass?
least.
Give her a pass.
Yeah, you know what? She just gets overshadowed by like the fucking 30-year-olds.
Give her a pass.
Yeah. One of which lost her virginity with him.
to be fair, she was drunk. And it was.
She got drunk so that she could do it. There's a big difference. It's like, you know what? I'm about to commit like statutory rape. I should at least be drunk when I do it.
But
Plausible deniability.
It was weird because they were doing that comedy thing where she's kind of saying no, but it's like not really because it's like a comedy thing.
Yeah.
And it was kind of being encouraged by Asako.
Which
So-
is wild.
Meanwhile, Yuji's like, I don't know, 15.
I think younger.
At most.
Yeah.
At most. So it's like, yeah.
Might be 13.
I don't know. But Asako's a whole lot of fun too. Julia is a lot more, let's say, responsible. Yeah, she's always trying to like help out Asako, who's more of a wild card. She's kind of like the tomboyish kind of thing. That girl, the sister.
The sister?
The sister.
Okay. Why?
First off, she's great in the backstory episode,
Of course. She's very impressive. She's a genius.
and the presence that she has for the rest of the show, after that backstory, is still a boatload of fun. She's kind of like.
I don't want you to do spoilers for her, okay?
She's a character who always. It seems like she wants to cooperate, but she's always thinking of how to get what she wants. And sort of, she's kind of Littlefinger in that way, where she wants you. So if I want to convince you to do something that I want to convince you that it was your idea to do it.
Yeah, fair.
And she's sort of that Machiavellian kind of character, and just great.
Listen, she might have done, let's say, 3 out of the 5 most shocking things on this show.
Oh, my pants fell off.
What?
I lost my pants.
The end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, this show is all about subverting expectations, and just
Subverted. Subverted.
And just
Subverted.
when you're
Subverted.
when you're
Subverted.
when you're
Subverted.
like it's all over. I can breathe. It's done. It's finished.
Nope.
The show just
Nope.
just
Nope.
just
Nope.
flips it on the
Well,
very
well,
last part.
What was your friend's reaction in the last part? Well,
It was
his
just-
physical reaction.
We were watching. It's just like. He's like, I'm out. I'm out.
Oh, I can picture it. I can fucking picture it. Like,
I'm dead.
I can't do it anymore. It's too much. It's too much.
That is one of the parts that I actually vividly remembered of the show. Yes.
All right, so I guess it's fair, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean, I don't know. Amane's a little too stupid.
A little.
Just a little too stupid.
Not as stupid as Shibu.
No, but maybe. Because Shido is purposefully stupid.
Oh, that is true.
Well,
The other
Amane,
one's naturally.
she's just the airhead bimbo.
Yeah. Oh,
With
there-
great tits.
She had. There's a scene with her where it's like, so, can I be your girlfriend? Yes. So you're gonna be my boyfriend? No.
He's a Buddha.
You're like, all right, so you'll be my boyfriend, but I'll be your girlfriend, but you can't be my boyfriend. Yes. Okay, that's great.
I agree to those terms. Yes.
She's so pathetic. Oh
He's
my
the
god.
Best.
Oh man, it's one of those things that I think maybe something got lost in the translation, but I don't want to believe it. I want to believe that was actually
No, it was too much of a conversation. Like I don't think it could have been taken like out of context.
All right, so my turn, I guess. To me, the girl that I think that was best for our boy Yuji.
That's different. That's different though.
Okay, definitely. Would you agree, Sachi?
Sachi for the main character. I'd probably go with Julia.
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't.
The pedophile?
Yeah, but I mean, like
It's only pedophilia if you stop until they grow up.
once they're grown up,
it's
fine.
okay. It's cool.
Look, it just seems like Yuji's not meant to be with like girls his age. I think he's more of a MILF kind of guy.
You think?
I think so. He bangs a lot of them.
I mean, that is true. That is true. Facts are fact.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, Sachi, she just seems, you got the story of the girl next door thing. They were friends in the past. And she's kind of equally as cold and fucked up and very useful. So to me, it's like, they kind of both mess. Those are both little killing machines.
No, but I don't necessarily think that just because two characters are very similar, it wouldn't necessarily work. Like,
I don't know. Maybe it's because I like her. To me, she's the best girl. Just because I like useful people. What? Are you thinking of all my exes?
well, definitely, I don't know if useful, but I'm just remembering the bombs.
Listen, she gets results, okay? You can go this way, or you can go in a straight fucking line. She went the straight fucking line.
You were talking the entire Snafu episode. You were talking about how doing that is like, no, that's no good.
It's very different when it's bombs. All right? One is committed. She's 100% committed to the cause. All right? She has no moral qualms about it.
I'm just saying. Probably Julia for him, but for me, it's the sister.
All right, fair enough. So,
I don't think there's bad picks. Like, if I had said Yumiko,
yeah,
it's like, sure. Michiru.
I mean, the girl he loved the most obviously was the master.
Yes.
By far. Who is a buttload of fun. And I mean a buttload of fun. Asako is highly enjoyable when she's on screen.
She gives him a dog.
She's wild. Don't talk about John.
John is a girl.
Yeah. And it's a dog also.
And at one point, there's a bear.
Yes. There's actually multiple bears. I know. There's a grizzly bear, and they're in Japan. This show's wild. Okay?
Are they? No. Are they in Japan in the...
I mean, they get there by train. with Machina.
In the cabin?
Yeah.
Maybe they're in Hokkaido. Maybe there's bears there.
Grizzly bears in fucking Hokkaido.
Is it a grizzly?
It's a big ass fucking bear.
I can Google it.
Yeah, all right, sure. I mean, I know there's bears in Japan, but I'm talking a big fat grizzly bear. Because it was a huge fucking bear. Anyway, the bear is actually pretty important for the story. And, I don't want to spoil it. So, overall, what?
Yeah, big Hokkaido bears called Higuma.
How big are they?
I don't know. Let me see.
Wait.
He was a teenager.
I read something there that said grizzly bear. So go back. Known as grizzly bears in North America. Holy shit!
Yeah, I told you.
Japan has grizzly bears.
Yeah.
Hot fucking damn.
You remember Pangea when everything was together? Maybe the bears went to Japan because they're weebs.
Maybe.
Yeah. Look at that.
You learn something every fucking day.
Look, it even looks like a weeb.
Yeah. Man. All right.
Apologize.
I apologize. You know what? This show's nothing if not accurate.
If not realistic, yeah.
Yes. So, overall, we already talked about our favorite things, our least favorite things. What do you want to close out with? Because I think
we didn't talk about the villain.
I'll talk about the villain.
Should we talk about the villain?
Do you want to talk about the villain? Talk about the villain. I don't remember his name.
Heath Oslo.
Heath Oslo. All right.
This goes into Yuji's backstory.
So Heath Oslo is almost a supervillain.
He's a Bond villain for sure.
Yeah, definitely a Bond villain. Like the dude is creating his own army of child soldiers, and he wants to make them like super soldiers. He's also an art stealer. He's also he's just an all-around Bond criminal.
Oh yeah, mustache twirling.
Also, and most importantly,
also
a gay pedophile.
Also a pedophile. Yeah.
Yeah, a gay pedophile.
Well, hang on. He does make the character dress up as a girl.
He's into cosplay. It's weird.
He is a weeb.
And
he actually has a Japanese alias. That's how we were introduced to him.
Yeah.
Do we go into the backstory?
I don't want to.
Really? We already talked about the other ones.
All right, fine. Go into the backstory. Spoilers.
Play the intro again.
no, just go for it.
Well,
all right, no, I'll do the simple version.
Yeah, you do that.
All right, so basically, our boy Yuji, his family was pretty much useless. His dad was kind of dealing with shady people, and he facilitated dealings between politicians and bribes, basically. And the bulk of the money that they made was because her sister's a genius and was an art genius. When the sister passed away, the dad was like, "I'm useless," and he became a drunk and he started beating on his mom. And so the mom ran away with him, and then the dad ran
away with Yuji.
Yeah, ran away with Yuji.
The mom was like, she was always
total beta, total omega,
very weak person.
Yeah. Anyway, so the dad finds him, and so the mom kind of kills him, and then she kills herself, and so Yuji's like, "Fuck!" So he ends up living with a family friend, which is Heath Oslo, and Heath Oslo really liked his younger sister, so he made our boy Yuji dress up as his little sister, his older sister.
And we never see this. But he probably fucked him.
Listen. We
don't see this.
Listen.
But we see him on his lap. Dressed up as a girl.
Listen.
He totally fucked him.
Listen. This show's fucking wild, okay? This show's fucking wild. Anyway, so afterwards he decides, you know what? I'm gonna make you a child soldier. So he sends him to a little child soldier camp, and after that they send him on like an assassination missions. And then after that he's captured by our girl Asako, who is like, you know what? I'm gonna reprogram you to stop being a child assassin. And then he fucks him out of being a child assassin, and she trains him to be a sniper assassin. And he starts working for the government. He goes, he enters the army, the American army, goes to war. I think it was, I don't even know where they went to war, but he actually goes to war.
It looked like Vietnam,
and he
which
was
is
like,
weird.
Again, a 15-year-old in the army. Okay.
And a sniper.
Yeah. And so then he ends up back in Japan. He decides, you know what? I want to live a normal life. And so he goes to school, in a school with only with 5 other students. His story's wild. And I skipped so many wild things in there. And it gets wilder afterwards.
Yeah, towards the end, I'm not even joking. It's Metal Gear Solid. There's no other way around it.
Yeah. So, and by the way, Heath Oslo is the one who returns, and so the final arc, it's like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Or
So,
maybe-
the last season is 4 episodes for Yuji's backstory, and then 6 episodes for the finale.
for dealing with Heath Oslo, and
Because Heath Oslo comes back into the story.
Yes.
After we see Yuji's backstory, then Heath Oslo returns to the story, and then we start dealing with the present again.
yeah. So like I said, things get wild. So I highly recommend this show. I cannot say that enough, honestly. Wild adventure, but definitely worth the ride. I highly recommend it. I think this is a good place to stop, right?
I think so, yeah. I think
Yeah,
we've
Dude, listen,
praised
listen,
this piece of art.
listen. We've told you a bunch of spoilers. It's nothing. Like, it's nothing, and you won't see it coming, most of them. So, I guess, you know what? 9.3.
And cut.
So, as always, any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram and at Super Dario World, streaming on YouTube and on Twitch. Now, I guess I'm gonna keep doing 2 p.m. next week. So 2 p.m. on YouTube and on Twitch.
I like this early. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's nice.
if you want to join me streaming live for sure, it's gonna be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Mondays and Fridays, I'll probably do pre-recorded stuff. Like right now, we're gonna pre-record something else. Next Tuesday, what are we doing next Tuesday? Do you want to tell them?
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can remember.
We're gonna be
Oh,
doing
yeah.
Welcome to the NHK.
Baby.
I recommend that you watch it before. That way, you won't have to deal with spoilers next week. It's a fun show.
I would say it's
one
not.
season?
It's not a very spoilerific show.
No, but it's fun.
Yeah.
It'll make you want to get a job.
Oh,
So-
yeah. It worked with me.
It saved Eric's life.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do next week. Saturday at noon, we will continue our Pokemon randomized stream. It's only on Twitch at Super Dario World. So did I miss anything? Where can they find you?
You can find me over at twitch.tv and Instagram at Dicky Senpai. It's right there at the bottom left. You can read it. And yeah, you can find me over at Dario's channel, obviously on OTAKO Tuesdays, hopefully on Tuesday. And if not, we'll let you know. And you can find me, well, obviously in the Pokemon randomizer episodes. Those are a lot of fun to make. And the streams on Saturday.
Perfect. As always, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.